coming here. He was the only doctor for miles around, so they brought him all to him. And now he was taking care of these kids. He was getting so many of them, and they were starting to pass away inside the house, guys. And what they did is they couldn't even keep up with how many kids they had. He actually added on. See the second part of the house there, guys, with the big vent chimney up there? They actually added that on in 1892 to make a funeral parlor, a prep room, and a waiting room for the kids that were passing away. They actually shown it here.
So the funeral parlor and home wasn't part of the house originally. No, they built it on.
No, it was actually built. You can actually, just by looking at it, you can actually see the difference in the roofing and everything else.
Yeah.
Even the way it settles up here is totally different. And the way I know this, guys, is because I had a lady come up my driveway named Rose Amy Still. She actually does genealogy on a house. She's 81 years old now, but she actually lived in this house when she was 5 years old. So she gave me the genealogy on this house, and along with the wheelchair inside, which I'll show you guys when we go in there. And in the genealogy, she gave me a box, and inside this box, she gave me a list of even the parts that this house was built out of, the original owner, people that's passed away in this house, what they died of, how old they were, and it's unbelievable. I did not know the history of this house when I got it. I didn't even believe in ghosts when I got this place. This place here has really, really, really changed my whole perception on paranormal, guys. So other than that, I'll take you guys inside and show you some stuff and give you the history of it.
The camera's screwed up.
Screwed up? Now I'm assuming, Nancy, you've given a little bit of history on this place?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember the show that we did in March on Haunt Talk.
Yeah.
And stuff. I was listening to it this morning. I had a Ouija board on top of my desk, and I started playing your interview that we were doing with you, and it flew off.
What? No kidding? What was that all
I was
about?
talking to Nancy about it and stuff, because we were just replaying the interview where you were telling us the history of the house and stuff like that. And I had a Ouija board that was leaned up against my wall like this, and you were telling us about the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And I had said something like, oh, it's those old wheelchairs, like the big wheels in the front and the small in the back. And you said, yeah. And my board just went, shh.
No way.
And I was like, that's strange.
That is strange. It's really crazy. Oh, I'm going to show you guys these locks right here. I don't know if you guys have heard the game Escape from BlackMoon Manor that I do. I'm actually doing it again in March. I decided to do it because we had so many people wanting to do it. And I love doing it now. It took me 6 months to make this game. If anybody's seen the movie Saw.
Saw, oh yeah.
Some people haven't. We actually have an EVP with people talking about the game I do in here. The guy saying, here, Saul. It's really crazy. But I actually put these locks on backwards. What we do is we lock 4 people. It's $25 a person. We'll take 4 people. We lock you up inside the house. And you have 2 hours to go from room to room, beating the contraptions I have in here, to get the keys. If you get the 3 keys and escape from BlackMoon Manor, you get $250 cash prize. So, and I build it up. So in March, if nobody escapes one weekend, I take that money and I put it back on the prize. So by the end of March, it could be up to $2,500 to get out. You know what I mean? So if you guys want to follow me in here. Now there is no electricity in this house whatsoever. Watch your step. Okay. You guys are probably aware that there's no electricity in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you see all the numbers and stuff on the wall here, guys?
Yeah.
That's part of the Escape from BlackMoon Manor game, okay? There's a thing behind you right here. See this right here? That code, this is on the wall somewhere here. There's a tool in the house you have to find to get that code. And that's what that's for, okay? So just so everybody knows what the numbers are for. Now everybody always asks me, Matt, why don't you turn this into a bed and breakfast place? Clean it up, make it cool. More people can stay in here, put some furniture and beds and stuff here. But guys, I got this place for a haunted attraction, okay? I never intended to even either see a ghost, feel a ghost, to turn this place into a paranormal investigating place, okay? The activities that goes on in this place are what's made this happen. So I'm still going to do the haunted attraction stuff, guys. So I leave it just like it is. Right here, guys, this hole right here. I cut this hole in here for the haunted attraction. I'm going to have people go through this thing. When I did that, guys, it's like it just turned this place upside down with activity. Like I said, never experienced anything like this before. I was down on my knee, had a drill sitting next to me, and I was drilling some padding across this thing, and my drill it slid away from me way over there. And it was so dark in there that I thought a raccoon wrapped itself around my cord, And I got with my flashlight, I was looking around, nothing. And I'm like, I didn't even hear anything run out of here. And then I realized, I was like, yeah, I better go upstairs and get my...
There it is. I found it.
You guys can tell I don't even like being in my own house. It scares me. I went around the corner here and I heard screws being thrown in my box over here. So I come back around here with my flashlight and I see him laying on the ground. I was like, oh my God. So I rush upstairs to get my floodlight, and that's when I got pushed on my left shoulder really hard, almost knocked me down the stairs. So after that, I wouldn't come back in the house for a month and a half, guys. It really freaks me out. After that, like I said, I've never done any investigations, so I started typing on the computer to see if I could find anybody that wanted to come here and make what I just experienced, make sense to me. And they came in here, Shadows Paranormal, and they're the ones who got some of the best EVPs I've ever heard in here, things thrown at them and stuff like that. They told their friends who told their friends, and that's why this place is as big as it is, and it's never stopped. So the activity isn't great. I mean, Nancy, you've been here before. That's the story behind this wheelchair. I want everybody to know this right here. Guys, this is the original wheelchair. I know it's tempting to sit in. I don't want anybody sitting in it. It's very old. That Rosalie still that came up my driveway, guys, that gave me this wheelchair is actually a heirloom from the Eastus family. It's been handed down from generation to generation. It's very old. The matriarch, when I call the matriarch of the Eastus family, passed away in this room in that chair right there. And the Buck Creek Fire Department came in here in 1978. They had a huge winter storm here. They actually had to pull her. She froze to death in this corner in this wheelchair. And I was lucky enough to get it back from Rosalie. It's amazing. So we put it back exactly where she passed away, and hopefully it'll get some activity in here, and get some activity from you guys. But they told me she passed away in this wheelchair, and they had to drag her out of here on a snowmobile and sled down the road. That's how they had to get her out. So much snow here.
Actually, this room here is where I got a lot of my EVP work. It was in here.
Yeah, there's three, in my opinion, three really major active rooms in this house. This one is one of them. Back there where the well and the parlor is, and this room right upstairs is, in my opinion, the most active rooms in the house. We did have one person attack here, which I'll tell you about, so we got to walk through.